Welcome back. Happy, I guess Wednesday. I'm going to send it over to Trevor very quickly because he has something to say before we start the show. So everybody, Mr. Trevor Triggs, can you take away for a second, Trevor?
Yep. Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to say the film industry today is mourning the passing of Dominic Down Pontiac Quant. He was an assistant director and an art department guy and a good friend of me in the show. He'll be in our thoughts and our hearts tonight.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Trevor. Happy to have you all here. Thanks for being here tonight, guys. And we do put that out there. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Live from New York, or Los Angeles, wherever we are, it's Hump Day, and it's the Kruse Control Show, and here's our host again, Brian Kruse.
I don't know what happened there, but hey, everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, January 29, 2025. Welcome back to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a great day so far. It is Hump Day. It's always going to be a fun day because it's Hump Day. We're going to hump it up the best of us, and we're live again. I'm happy to have you here. And joining me back, as always, is my I guess this is my co-host tonight, too, in a lot of ways. Who would have thought that? But our technical director himself, the Thirsty Daddy, Mr. GR Waters. How you doing, GR? Good to see you, man.
Good to be here, Brian. And of course, I'm drinking because I'm thirsty.
Well, what are you drinking there, GR? That's the question.
just Gatorade. It's not Friday.
Okay, all right. Just checking. How has your day been, GR? You been doing okay? You have a good hump day?
Yeah, well, in one way, I got the truck door fixed finally, so I can use my truck again.
Oh.
Daddy.
Finally, I know you've been working on that for a while, trying to figure that out. It wasn't raining for you, right? It wasn't raining, and it seems like things are better now.
I'm knocking on wood there, Brian.
Yeah. Well, good to see you, GR. Look, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Good to be here.
Yeah. Anything else big happening in your ethoverse?
No, just getting ready to do this fun thing, be here and learn about stuff.
Hell yeah. Good to see you, GR. Good to see you, as always. Happy to have you here. Happy to have the Thirsty Daddy himself. It's going to be a fun night, everybody. What's up, Enid? Good to see you. Welcome, everybody, back. Happy to have you all here. And we're not alone, of course. You saw him before. Happy to have him here, as always. I feel like he's the staple of the hump day, the humpiness of the hump days out there. So, everybody, welcome back, Mr. Trevor Triggs.
Hello, greetings, good evening. Here I am.
Good to see you, Trevor. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna ask you. I go, any news on that directing project yet? Any news you can say? Anything at all, or no?
GR just asked me behind backstage also, and nothing to share yet. I think February I'm gonna have a lot going on though. So January was a little bumpier than I thought it would be, but February.
Yeah. The year's got to start out rough for all the good stuff, hopefully, right? And that's all the way. And now the good stuff, hopefully, can begin in good projects. I'm hoping. But always good to see you, Trevor. Always is. I'm excited about tonight. I hope that you are. I mean, we're gonna have a good time.
Hey, boy, what you doing?
Peppy, I know. Peppy wants to say hi, as always.
I just want to boot his little nose.
Show me some love.
Oh, just boop his little nose right away. I don't know if he'll actually like that, because he gets a little saucy sometimes. He might actually freak out on you. But happy to have you here, Trevor. Happy to have you here. It's gonna be a fun Monday or Wednesday. I'm getting the dates wrong myself. It's Wednesday. Wednesday. Can I say it again? Hump Day. Good to see ya. Here we go, everybody. And joining us back on a Hump Day, happy to have her here. It's been a minute. Always glad to see that smiling face. Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. Miss Allie Perez. What's up, Allie? Good to see ya. Yeah. How you been?
Again, start to the year, a slow start to the year, but some auditions are starting to come in. Things are happening. And we've got that big stay in LA movement, people trying to keep filming going on over here despite all the fires, So
There's a lot with the fires, you know. Did that affect you at all?
Questiones, can you jump over a barrel?
Oh, Peppy wants to know if you can jump over a barrel, apparently.
yeah, I think I can clear it.
You do. There you go. See, there you go, Peppy.
Allie, what's your workout
I mean, yeah,
regimen?
but
Because if
Peppy's
you're
gonna always
doing
have
those kind of
something
stunts,
up his
I need to be
arsenal, I
doing the
think,
same
too.
thing.
I'm happy you've been safe though during the fire stuff too, right? Everything was good.
Yeah, we had hey guys. Yeah, we've had just it feels like a front row seat, you know. I'm over in the middle of the valley, so there were points that when it came closer that we could see it from upstairs. But
It's crazy.
it was a front seat to the smoke and just trying to help out friends who needed to relocate or needed to have their dog stay somewhere for a while. So
Yeah, it's nice. Gotta be there for people too, because I had some people stay here as well, and it's just a weird time in the world, right? What a weird time. But at least it's kind of subdued now. And if it would have got to the valley, like deep in the valley, it would have been bad. It would have been really bad.
that would have been really rough. Somebody said LA needs a rainmaking machine. You know, they've been doing cloud seeding actually already, but it still doesn't make it rain directly over a fire. And it's not great to have too much rain right after these fires because you just get the mud and ash everywhere. So
I would love if we just like make it rain, right? Wouldn't that be great? Just make it rain. Because, there we go. Let's do this a little bit. Make it rain both ways. GR, get on that, man. Get that rain machine going. Thirsty Daddy, get on it. Get on it.
I've been trying for years. It just doesn't seem to work.
Yeah, well, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Happy to have you all here. Apologies we're a little late today. I was running from work as always, running and gunning back and forth, but we're happy to be here on a hump day. As always, we will invest in that rain machine, and we will also invest in something else, because it doesn't matter what day it is. We're investing in some news. It could be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, a Sunday. In the week, there's always one thing going down, everybody, and that is a lot of breaking news. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Yes. Is it doing it? Anybody hear anything happening? Is the system being weird? Is it just me?
I could hear it.
Yeah,
I hear news.
Oh, it's just my system. All right, everybody. Well, that's weird. But anyways, so a lot of breaking news, everybody. So the very first thing that I want to talk about here is Arnold Schwarzenegger is Santa Claus. Arnold Schwarzenegger Santa Claus. Now, this is something that's actually moving forward that a lot of people probably don't know about, but Aquafina has been tapped for this project too. And Arnold will play Santa Claus. Come with me if you want your presents. I can't do an Arnold. I can try my best. But this movie is moving forward. And of course, he hasn't been a lead in a movie in a long time, since Terminator, like The Dark Fate. That was the last time he was the lead in an actual feature film. He did that show on Netflix for a little bit, but he hasn't in this. But this is when Santa's magic bag is stolen, guys. He turns to his naughty list to find Vance, a former thief, who will help him get it back. And along with his daughter, Santa will have to get his misfit elves and him together to actually take down the person and save Christmas. And I mean, like, what? I mean, this kind of sounds like that movie that just came out, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, too, where he was like trying to save Christmas and someone had stole Santa, but now it's just the magic sack. So I'm interested for this. I think it could be good. They haven't started shooting. This is Amazon production, MGM Studios, and Aquafina has been tapped. It's called The Man with the Bag, and Aquafina has been cast in this too. Will she be his daughter? Is she his daughter? Maybe she's his daughter. Just as long as she's not doing the scuttlebutt and going man, 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 I'll be fine with this. So come on, Santa, save Christmas, Arnold, save Christmas. And something else I'm waiting for a long time for is Stranger Things, guys. And Stranger Things is finally coming the next season. There's a rumor about when it's coming out. Now they're saying it'll be a 2-part type deal now, releasing in maybe October and November, or maybe September and October of this year. So not that far away, but still been a long time coming. I've been waiting for Stranger Things for way too long, guys. Come on, where has been Stranger Things? Of course, we had the strikes. We also had, on top of that, a lot of stuff going on with, again, before that we had, again, the COVID stuff. That slowed it down. The strikes slowed it down. I mean, this has been taking forever to get this, but finally we are going to get some speculation. We're finally going to get this. October, November of 2025 is the rumor, split in half, and I can't wait. I'm waiting for some Stranger Things, guys. I want it so bad. I really do. And something else I'm excited about as well is The Devil Oh my God, The Devil in the City, guys. This was something that was supposed to happen for a long time in the White City. Now, this was supposed to happen in Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese. They were planning this for years, and it got put to the back burner. We talked about like a year ago, I think, on Kruse Control, but now it's officially moving forward. Scorsese and DiCaprio coming in, tapped to this. Scorsese will direct, DiCaprio will be the lead in it. And Awkwafina is an actress. Yeah, Awkwafina is an actress. You don't know who Awkwafina is, Queen? She played Scuttle in of course in the Little Mermaid, but she's been in a bunch of stuff. She did a movie with John Cena recently too on Amazon. I like her. She's funny. She was in Shang-Chi. Yep, that too. But this is a cool project because this is like a very interesting kind of like murderish kind of weird movie. Now this is based off a book series by, of course, Eric Larson, and they've been planning this for a long time. DiCaprio's been wanting to do it, but the story follows Dr. H.H. Holmes, a cunning serial killer, guys, believed to actually have murdered anywhere between 27 and 200 people at a time when the city of Chicago was enthralled with hosting the World's Columbia's Expedition of 1983. So the World's Columbian Expedition. Now this is going down, and the book plays off contrasts where there's hopeful expectations and wonders presented at the exposition and the dark deeds of Holmes, who maneuvered in its shadows and built a carefully concealed house of horrors. Queen Scuttlebutt, yeah, you know that song. But this was a whole thing. There's actually like a lore. There's a lot of different audiobooks based off this. But he actually made this whole house when he had constructed it at a time that he was actually killing people. There's rumors that he was killing construction people when they build secret chambers in the house too. And there's a lot of people that disappeared, like maybe even over 200 people. And then he'd actually have guests come stay there, and then he'd entrap them and kill them, and all these different secret passages and rooms in this house, and then bury them and burn them in the house too. Crazy stuff. I know Richard Tracy. There's so many crazy serial killers. This is an actual person, and DiCaprio might actually play him, so we'll have to see. But they're finally moving forward. This big project. No release date set, but we know it has moved forward. And this looks like something that M. Night Shyamalan would have done, but M. Night Shyamalan himself is doing something else. He's been sued, guys. Talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago. What's up? Hi, good to see you. Sorry, I just got home and I came live right away. Yeah, a federal jury actually has found in favor of M. Night Shyamalan over the whole Servant lawsuit that came forward. I told you about this last week, maybe it was the week before, but this is over a copyright issue. Now, The Servant is based off, again, a woman who loses her child, has a psychological breakdown, and a new nanny kind of comes in, and throughout religious beliefs and, again, religious themes, she kind of goes nuts, guys. Now this is a whole thing that came forward because a director came forward saying that M. Night had stolen all of their ideas. And after 7 days, the jury ruled in M. Night's favor and Apple TV, saying, no, this is original content. This wasn't stolen at all. And this is all fine. And M. Night's going to walk away from this. But Francesca Giorgiani came forward and she alleged that he had stolen the narrative and it wouldn't be a series without them. But the jury came forward. I thought this was actually the same thing. I watched the show. And I looked at a little bit of the movie, and I'm like, this doesn't seem like this is a stolen idea. Well, the idea is like women using a child, like an infant doll, when they're dealing with loss of a child. That seems normal to me. And I feel like this was probably just like, was looking for money. This one over almost 10 years, they were going for money from this. So it is done officially. It's in the can. M. Night's walking away, and Apple is too. And somebody else that's still going to trial is Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, guys. The trial date set March 9th, 2026. This is going down. And he had a voicemail that came to Sleek the end, because all this stuff's tracking for this whole case, that he said, I fucked up. I'm sorry, I really fucked up, after he had the meeting with her. And again, Shamlama Ding Dong, yep. And also Taylor Swift was there, and Ryan Reynolds was there, and they were pressuring him to change the scene. And I guess he had sent her a voicemail saying that he fucked up and he apologized for that. But whatever, we're going to find out in the court of law what will actually happen for this, because they're trying to pressure a gag order on Baldoni's lawyer that he can't say anything else forward. And also Baldoni is fighting back, suing $400 million. We're going to have to see how this case moves forward, but I thought this was interesting. They're actually officially going to trial after this back and forth since December. We'll have to see how that plays out. Just like Star Wars. Oh, more Star Wars news. This is for Trevor right here. So the Rey movie is officially still moving forward. We talked about this last week, I think the week before, but Daisy Ridley from the Rise of Skywalker sequel is moving forward with a new pass, because writer George Nolfi is coming in to do another pass in the script. We've been waiting to find out the script for a long time. Again, this has gone through multiple people. They're still looking for a director. That's a whole thing. Well, actually, they were. I think Armin Obichinoy is still attached to this now. I think they came back on. But they're going to make this whole thing happen. It's going to follow Rey 15 years after the events of 2019's Rise of Skywalker. With, nothing else is really tell between that, but she'll be raising a new Jedi Order and overseeing a school of Jedis. We'll have to see what actually happens here, but it is still moving forward. Creator Stephen Knight is here. He's still involved with it. He stepped away for a while, but he's come back. I'm interested to see about this project. There's so much Star Wars news. There really is. But I never thought I would see, maybe they'll do a play of Star Wars sometimes. Anything can happen. We're getting the Lost Boys play. It's going to be episode 10, Queen. Episode 10. That's what's going to be. And we're getting the Lost Boys play, too. A musical, guys. We are the Lost Boys. We're zombies. Not zombies. We're vampires biting people's necks. It's going down on Broadway. The Lost Boys musical adaptations coming from the 1987 cult vampire flick, arriving on Broadway in spring of 2026 at the Palace Theater. And they're going to have a private showing, though, beforehand in March 14, 2025. So early on, we're going to do it this year, and then we're going to come on in spring of 2026. We got some time for this. But the Lost Boys, vampires biting people on stage. How will that work? I don't know. We'll have to find out. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I'm also intrigued by the Places You'll Go coming forward as an animated movie. The Dr. Seuss, again, amazing book. It's a great book, but I mean, the premise is, the Places You'll Go. You'll go here, you'll go there, go everywhere. How you make a movie off that? Warner Brothers apparently has the idea, because Warner Brothers Animation will make this feature premise, again, this feature project about all the places we go, and it's going to be a musical, too. A musical. We're bringing in the Wicked team, guys. Bad Robot's involved, and the Wicked team of John M. Chu and Jill Colton's coming on to co-direct this project. The songs are going to be written by the EGOT winners, Benji Pasky and Justin Paul, and it's going to be the book's about a blueprint of globe-trotting the world, in an animated musical feature we're getting. So get ready for following a young adventurer as they journey through the joys and heartaches and the peaks and the valleys of life, and the places you will go. And we're going to find out about the places that Kevin Hart came from, because Kevin Hart's getting an animated series about his childhood. Is this kind of like Chris Rock did? I don't know. Chris Rock had that show a while back. Maybe it's like Chris Rock show, but it's going to be on BET Plus, adult animated series about Kevin Hart's childhood. It's going to follow little Kev in a half-hour series that takes what they're saying is a humorous, satirical, and submersive approach on real-life issues and experience, and no-holds-barred comedy. And no words are off limits, too. He's saying no words. We're getting into it. We're getting gritty, rough. It's coming this spring to BET Plus. And this is their second time they've done this. Wanda Sykes coming to play his mother. And it's interesting, guys. Hopefully it's good. I like Kevin Hart. He makes me laugh. Hopefully it's funny. Like The Big Bang Theory made so many people, little Kev, The Big Bang Theory made so many people laugh. Well, apparently it is the most binge-worthy show of 2024. People watch Big Bang Theory more than anything else this year as they binge-worthy. I mean, that's kind of crazy. This show still has legs like that, but I guess, hell, keep it going. And that's great, but also Captain America, guys. Think about this, Anthony Mackie. This is one thing, too. Anthony Mackie came forward and was saying that Captain America is not really about America. No, that term is not really needed to be represented in this movie. He said, to me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, that I don't think the term America should be one of those representations. And this went viral. He said, to me, it's about a man and his word and his honor, his dignity, and his integrity, and someone who is trustworthy and dependable. And then everyone went nuts because we're Captain fucking America. Captain America is Captain America. And he goes, let me be clear, I'm proud to be an American, and taking the shield to be a hero like Cap is an honor of a lifetime, but I have to be utmost respect for those who serve in our country. Dude, you're Captain America. You're a Marvel character. You're Captain America. You're supposed to be the best of America. America made you to actually represent and, of course, fight. Of course, at that time, we're Nazis. But again, it's gone beyond that as a symbol of hope for America. Yes, the world, too, but it's in the name, Captain America. People are saying, no, it's fine. He doesn't have to be about America, it's about everybody. I'm like, I get that, but you're Captain America. Watch what you say, man. Everyone wants to be I want to be Captain America. Come on. Anyways, a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. Come on, Captain America. It's in the name, GR. Captain America. Am I crazy on this?
You're not going to get me to argue with you. I mean, I'll keep my comments till we get on the. It's like this. Yeah, you got to get it right.
Yeah,
let's go. I never served.
I can tell.
But people represent him. People are like, it's right what he said. I'm like, I get it. You're Captain America. Just go out there and hold the shield and be like, fuck yeah, I'm Captain America, because so many people want to be there, and I'm excited about it. This movie's gonna bomb anyways. But a lot of breaking news. We can get into that too, GR. We can get into that too. A lot of breaking news. We'll get into that hardcore here tonight. Anthony Mackie is nuts. A lot of breaking news, everybody, but everybody's got to get a chance to talk about all this stuff. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Now it's that time to give everybody that 1 minute breakdown. All to say is there. Hot takes. Let's do it. All right, everybody. Now it's that time for those hot takes. This is that time, everybody, put that 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute to break down all their hot takes on all the latest breaking news. Now, can they make it before that bomb blows up, or will they not? I mean, it's up to you guys. You decide who wins hot takes, who will be our hot take master for this evening, and I can't wait to find out who's going to win today, and I'm excited for this vote tonight. I'm excited. There's a lot of great breaking news tonight, So let's find out right now. Let's go to our panel. Who will be our winner of hot takes today? And if I'm breaking up, let me know, guys. I think something weird's happening with my shit tonight. Is there something weird happening? You guys see me being weird tonight? Is the internet weird? Anybody?
Yeah, you're a little
like
fuzzy.
normal.
Oh, thanks, GR. Thanks. Just calling me normal. Yeah, I'm a little blurry tonight. I'm going to have to do a quick refresh. But I can do that during hot takes right now. So, okay. GR, who's going first with the hot takes tonight?
Well, I think we'll start with the beauty first, and us slobs later. So Allie starts it off.
Okay, we can do that, GR. All right, Allie, here we go. Let's make this happen. I believe in you as always. I'm excited for these hot takes. How you feeling about it tonight?
Oh, I feel great.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Allie, I'm going to put that minute on the clock. I'm going to send it your way. Here we go. Let's make this happen. All right. Hot takes. Let's do this. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do this. Hot takes.
All right, Arnold, I think the Clausinator sounds fantastic. I'm sure it will be vastly entertaining, if not a serious artistic contribution. Stranger Things, I feel the exact same way about the Ray movie as Stranger Things, which is both of them, it's just kind of late for me to care as much as I'd like to. Like, it just would have been better if both of those things were sooner. But whatever, here we are. Devil White City back on. I mean, you know, every time DiCaprio does something, they're like, give him another Oscar. In that trial, that stuff happens all the time. Highway Baldoni, 2 people, like, in the winners here, it's going to be a bunch of people being ridiculous. Lost Boys musical, it'll be fun. It's ridiculous. No Place to Go, good idea. Like, bring it to be fun. Big Bang, great, and America.
All right, yeah, great hot takes, woo, here we go. Great hot takes, Allie. Woo! Yeah. How'd that feel, Allie? Was that good?
But I hit everything, so.
I think it felt good. What do you think, GR? Huh?
Oh, I think she did marvelous. Simply
All
marvelous.
right. Great hot takes. Yes. I don't know. Is my service seem better now? I refreshed. Something weird was happening.
It does seem better.
A little better.
Your audio
Okay,
is crisp,
okay.
and so are your luscious locks.
Oh, nice. I like that. Round of applause for that. All right, cool. All right, GR,
Kiss
who's
it
going to
up
go
to the
next?
host. Well, after that
Hey,
kiss
somebody's
up,
got
I
to do it
think
because you
Trevor
don't do it,
has to go
GR.
next.
All right.
Dumb.
All right, Peppy, yeah. Okay. All right, Trevor, here we go. You ready for this? You feeling good?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, here we go, Trevor. Get serious, get sassy, get sophisticated, get up top, raise it up. It's hot take time. Let's make this happen. Woo, drum roll, please. All right, here we go, Trevor. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Feels weird that Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be the second most jacked Santa Claus this decade. I wonder if Stranger Things 5 will address how the kids have aged 10 years between 1983 and 86. I'm excited to see Scorsese's new entry into the Saw franchise. Shyamalan trial? Fair. The article says that Blake Lively is difficult to work with because she burps and farts on set. I cannot wait for this trial coverage. I'm cautiously optimistic about the Rey movie. Maybe optimism about Star Wars at this point is the real hot take. Am I the only one who does not like The Lost Boys? Maybe music will fix that. I'm also cautiously optimistic about another Dr. Seuss adaptation. Those certainly have a reputation. The adaptation of Kevin Hart's tragic backstory was not on my 2025 bingo card. Your mom binged The Big Bang Theory. And America is a complicated concept to symbolize. No matter what you say, somebody will be upset. I do not feel like Anthony Mackie's comments are the biggest political landmine that this movie has stepped on already.
All right. Great hot takes, Trevor. Great hot takes. Woo! Yes. All right. Round of applause. How's it feel?
It feels all right. It feels good. I feel like 3 of those were pretty hot and the rest were maybe a little lukewarm. You know.
I think they were all super spicy. Spicy hot takes.
Right. Super spicy.
Right, GR?
Yeah, well, of
GR's
course.
like... All right, GR. It's come down to you, man. You're the last one standing. How you feeling about these hot takes? How you feel like there's a tough competition tonight?
Well, I know there is. I mean, look who I'm following. 2 talents.
It's true. GR, I still believe in you. I think you could, you might be able to pull this off, though. You never know. You never know. I think it's going to be tough, though, for you. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be tough.
So do I.
All right, GR, get ready. Get ready. Get sophisticated. Get sassy as you always are. Sassafras that ass. Here we go, GR. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Arnie is Santa. Ho, ho, ho. I'll be back. Stranger Things? Why the hell split it up into 2 parts? Let's get it over with. Devil in White City? Big maybe. The actor isn't signed, the director isn't signed, and there's no script yet. Night, no plagiarism? That's a shock. It was a shot in the dark for her. Baldoni, who gives a damn? Go to trial, let's get it over with. Ray, it's 15 years later. They better age her. She looks like she's 12. Can't pull off being 40 or something. A musical vampire. I just want to bite your neck. Yeah, well, okay, maybe. Dr. Seuss musical, I'll pass on that big time. Let's see, Heart cartoon. It looks interesting, but I like it. He's funny. Big band. I'm the only person in the country, I think, that hasn't watched a complete episode of it or want to. Mackie. He's a wannabe Captain America, but he opened his mouth and put both feet in it.
Great hot takes, GR.
Right.
Woo, get it, GR.
I'm sorry, Mackie just pissed me off.
How's it? Mackie thing what?
He opened his mouth and insulted every guy that's ever served.
I mean, hey, there's controversy there. I would say I don't think he even realized what he was saying. I think he was trying to be, but that happens. That happens. I just kind of laughed. I'm like,
Ryan,
Captain
as
America?
I've said on the show many times, actors need to think about what they're saying before they open their mouth and put both feet in it.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't, though. A lot of times you don't, GR. They don't. But I think it's hilarious. I'm like, people are like getting on, like defending him, and some people are fighting in this. It's just a crazy thing. We're fighting about Captain America as opposed to this. How about we spend too much money on that movie? How about we just say that? Let's just say that. And they're lying about that still, Allie. They're trying to say it costs like a lot less than it did now. It's like backpedaling, which is weird. Because like before, like all the trades, IMDb, everybody reported it as like 340 million. Now like only costs 180 million actually. 180 million. That's a big difference. It's a big difference.
Very suspicious.
I don't know if I buy it. Very suspicious. But great hot takes across the board, everybody. Great hot takes. And I'm going to put it out to everybody out there now. You tell us who you think should win hot takes. Vote it up. I'm putting it out to you, out to the chat. I'm excited to see who's going to win hot takes tonight. I don't know. Is it going to be GR? Is it going to be Trevor? Or maybe Allie? Only time will tell who will be our hot take master. But while you're deciding that, everybody, I'm going to have we're doing a little sidestep right now. Let's talk about this breaking news. And like we say, is our quick takes. Let's do it. All right, everybody, let's talk about this breaking news some more. There's a lot going on. We got Captain America. We got, again, this DiCaprio project. We got a lot of stuff happening. These trials going down. That Baldoni, the Baldoni thing just keeps coming up. I'm just going to say this fast. Trevor, what you said earlier is what I laughed about the most, too, was the idea that people were like, someone came forward that worked with her before on Gossip Girl and was saying that she would fart and burp on set, that Blake Lively would, and that it was an honor for us to smell that coming out of every crevice from her body. And that's what she was like, and that's how she treated people. It was like, you should grovel in the fart of my stench. You know what I mean? But I mean, you know, so that's what they're saying right now about like believing her in this case, which again, we'll have to wait and find out. But can that be true? You think that can actually lead to her lying about this, Allie? Because she's been saying that there's assault happening here. There's not assault, but there's also like abuse through verbal abuse.
Sexual
He's been
harassment.
touching her wrong, sexual harassment, all of that. But people are trying to say that her character doesn't actually speak wonders for her, and that maybe she's lying. Do you think that's what this is? Are you excited? Are you surprised this is going to trial?
No, not really. Their PR teams have been hitting each other real hard. It just seems like two different people who probably both have behaved badly, and we'll get some kind of result about who technically was worse. And like, it's hard to say. It sounds like some of the things that he said might have been blown out of proportion. But then again, other things like, well, if he did that, that was totally not right. It's just impossible to know. Everything is he said, she said. Everything is people, it's secondhand stuff. But it sure does seem like everybody was kind of crappy. And I don't think there's going to be a real winner here. Like, the only winner might be the people who actually want to watch this whole thing just for the drama.
Yeah, that could be it too. And the winner is us, Allie. That's what you're saying. The winner is us. We get to see this now. And I mean, I just don't think that anybody wins in this case. I don't think so, honestly, because again, like you're saying, it's like so much drama for what? And then you got Ryan Reynolds wrapped in, we got Marvel wrapped in, we got Disney wrapped in. Did you see that whole thing about the nice pool thing? Did you see that? I don't know if you were on here when we talked about that.
I don't think I saw that. I've seen people. I've seen a lot more negative PR on her recently. Like, I feel like at the beginning, when all this was kind of starting, I was seeing lots of videos about like, hey, like, look at these nice things about her. Here's some examples of her being nice. And as things have progressed, I've seen stuff from both sides, and I see a lot more negative things about her and her person, and stories of people working with her. And even now, the ones that are hitting Ryan Reynolds, where they're saying that he's a jerk too. So it sounds like nobody was like a great person in this situation.
I know, right? It just seems like there's nobody can actually, like, again, they must have just not got along. They released that footage of them dancing. We talked about that last week. And, you know, I'm starting to get more, I don't know, Trevor, we went back and forth in this last week. I'm starting to get, like, more on her side, maybe? I don't really know. I really don't know anymore, the back and forth. We talked about the trial. Are you surprised the trial came this fast, too, Trevor?
I am. I'm glad that it is going to trial because, like we talked about this last week, and like a lot of people are like, "Oh, she's just in it for the money, whatever." And it's like she doesn't need the money. Like, her husband is like one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood. She just wants a verdict, and like that to me says she's got a strong case. So no, I'm glad this is going to trial. I just think that like a lot of weird stuff is going to come out. Like, I just couldn't believe, like, in that article, like, today, I just couldn't believe that. It's like, yeah, well, Blake farted. And it's like,
farting
are
and burping.
Are we 8 years old here? What is happening? Okay.
What if that was true, though, too, that she was doing that? You know what I mean? That would be hilarious in a lot of ways. Like, that really was happening? Like,
if Blake Lively can fart on command, then she deserves to be the highest paid actress in Hollywood.
A round of applause for her, right? Round of applause for controlling that, because come on. And I got you that Rey story because, again, I saw that, like, the Star Wars update for Rey. We've been talking about so much Star Wars. There it is for you. Rey is coming. Are you shocked?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, cautiously optimistic. Oh, man. Star Wars, there's is there too much Star Wars now? Like, I mean, when I was a kid, there were 3 Star Wars movies, and that clearly was not enough. But now it's like, is there too much? Maybe there's too much. I don't know.
There
But
might be.
cautious-
Oh, the places you'll go. I was saying, I was shocked by that one too. How do you do an "Oh, the places you go" movie?
That's the best kind of thing to
Oh.
adapt. Have like a really specific storyline. You have this broad thing that you can do so much with. Like that's a great situation for a really good writer to take advantage of existing media.
And Dr. Seuss like that, it really is like it's very open to interpretation. I think there's only so much in that book, right? So if you have that ability, it's already got the name itself, right? It could do very well. I think that's I think they give somebody like a chance. It should be like somebody that's maybe new or something. What do you think? Maybe give someone new a chance, or you think they get some established writer to come in?
I mean, it sounded like they were trying to get all the super established people as they could. If anything, the only thing I didn't like about what I was hearing. Like you want people who do good work, and we know they do good work, but it sounded like they were trying to really go for like
The EGOT people.
But yeah. I was like, oh.
But is this like Wicked? Because it's like the Wicked team, right? Does it need the Wicked kind of interpretation? Maybe it does. Maybe it does.
I mean, it's going to be for kids, and with any luck, adults will enjoy it too.
I hope so. I mean, I'll check it out. I wish it was going to live action, though. I'm like, let's go live action with this shit. I mean, I guess Cat in the Hat didn't do well that one time. They're like, never again. Right? Let it be. Let it be. I don't know. GR. I mean, I actually thought it was, I mean, Mike Myers is kind of hilarious as the Cat in the Hat. Like, if you're going to cast somebody, like, I guess that works, that or Jim Carrey at that point, too. But then again, he was already a Grinch, so, and he wants to be the Grinch again.
And that's a point some people are talking about. That are like, oh, it's hard to film Dr. Seuss. It doesn't lead to good movies. The Grinch is the perfect example of you can make it work, but most people don't.
Yeah, most don't.
That,
I think they had like the Lorax
the only
one.
thing that succeeded of all the movies that had Seuss themes. Grinch is the only one that has ever worked.
Horton Hears a Who.
Well, maybe
did-
that's why we. Oh, that did do well. Yeah, Horton Hears a Who. That did great. That had a big cast too.
Yeah, that was a really cute movie.
Steve Carell was in that, I think, right?
Maybe.
Wait, when did this? I don't even remember this happening. There was a recent Horton Hears a Who adaptation.
Like in
Yeah,
less
it
than
came.
years ago, maybe.
Huh? I had no idea. I didn't even know about it.
It's adorable. It was really cute.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it came
I'll
out. It was
retract my
animated, of
statement
course.
that I actually made a mistake. I'm going to write that down.
Look at that. No, I think that's good though. I think that Horton Hears a Who was a good one, but I mean, honestly, it's like maybe that's why they're throwing the Wicked team at you, because they know that with the Grinch, they had wasn't Ron Howard and Jim Carrey, wasn't that? Maybe they just want to have and Wicked's doing so well, let's just throw a big team at this and have them maybe make this as successful because we have the right players behind it. I always like the idea of giving other people a chance, but maybe that's what their mindset is with that I guess adaptation, I should say. It's crazy though to me. It's not as crazy, but it all makes sense. The Captain America thing, GR, it all makes sense. People are kind of sensitive about this shit. And again, Anthony Mackie, it happens all the time. People are already trying to hate on him as Captain America. We know that, as you've said, GR. And so anything he says wrong, people are going to go off about. So what do you think? I know you're saying about your Captain America. Captain America for your generation too, GR, was again America, right? It was about the best of the best. What do you think that people are thinking when they're getting mad at him about this? I guess America's everybody, not just America.
Well, he's not Captain America. He's a guy that borrowed the costume. That's all it is. I'm sorry. I like him as an actor. He's good, but he's not Captain America.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say that too, GR.
Cop out. Pardon me, I'm sorry.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that he's not Captain America. They wanted Bucky to be Captain America, Or Chris Evans. He's coming back anyway, so maybe he'll be Captain America anyways. That's what this whole movie's weird.
Mr. Evans is Captain America. Anybody else is just a wannabe.
He fought it for so long too, GR. He did not want to be Captain America. He turned it down 3 or 4 times until he actually took it. And then he's coming back now because, of course, Why would you not? Like, if you booked me as Captain America or Cyclops, people say, "Oh, tell me
there's the
Cyclops." I will be
answer right
Cyclops
there.
till I die. Yeah, I know. I'd be like Wolverine. I'd be like Hugh Jackman. Like, keep bringing me back. I wouldn't even stop. But guys, you want me? I'm gonna keep going. Keep me going. Keep it up all day, every day. I'm gonna have fun with this. You know, I would at least. But I think a lot of people won't. What do you think about this? Jared, do you know that story about the Devil in the White City? Have you heard of that story before about Hughes and the murder house that he created? Have you heard of that before?
Story.
True story. Yeah. What do you think about this team up for this? Are you surprised it took this long to make this?
Well, first off, they haven't signed anything, Brian. Nobody signed.
But they're all. But it's moving
Star
forward.
hasn't signed. The director hasn't signed, and there's no script yet. So we may get a movie 5 or 10 years from now.
Yeah.
At this rate.
But Leo has the rights to it. Leo has the rights to it, though, and he's been trying to make it for a long
But
time.
if you don't sign a contract, they don't start filming, and they haven't got him or the director signed, and they don't have a script written. Kind of hard to film a movie without a script.
It might be a year or two down the line, easily. But I think it's happening, though. The fact that they're actually, like, studios are trying to bide for it. They're trying to make it happen. It was dead in the water for a long time.
The story of
it's a
this guy
fascinating
is
story.
Incredible. I mean,
Yeah, the fact that he did that for so long.
It was almost 200 people that they have accounted for that he murdered.
Yeah, it's insane. And then he was killing off the construction workers too. That was a whole thing, and like hiring people from out of town and bringing them in. Yeah, and start burying them in the. Didn't he have like a whole like torture room in the basement or something in the cellar that you couldn't get to only to a certain like secret door?
Rooms that the floor collapsed and put the bodies down below. You know, I mean,
it's a
the
wild
guy
story.
was one sick puppy.
He was a sick guy. But this adaptation, I'm just surprised they haven't done it like this before. I think DiCaprio could be fun playing that part. I just think he could work. I like DiCaprio. I know a lot of people give me shit about DiCaprio all the time, but I think he could be good. I'm just saying. What do you think, Trevor? Could DiCaprio do a good serial killer?
I think DiCaprio could do a great serial killer. I honestly don't have strong feelings about him one way or the other. I think he's a decent actor most of the time. I don't know. He seems like a weird guy, though.
So you're saying your heart would go on if he stopped acting? Your heart would go on?
Man,
I'll give myself this.
You deserve it.
I'll give myself that. I'll give myself that.
You're like 30 years late for that joke, Brian.
I know it's not. That's a bad one. That's a bad one.
Okay.
You know what? Also, is 30 years too late is Stranger Things too. Stranger Things is 30 years late. Oh my God! How long? How long? Allie, is there a buzz still for this?
I mean, people still love the material. People will watch the next season, but yeah, it's weird. It just feels like it's taken too dang long when they were started out so young. Like
I bet
their careers now.
It's been 10 years. 10 years since season 1. Mm-hmm. If you're 14, you're 24 now. You're not kids anymore in the 80s. Your Walkman has been retired, right? Your Walkman's been retired.
There's gotta be, but like the thing I really don't like is them splitting it into two. That bothers me. They'll do that with series a lot, and they do it with movies. And when it's unnecessary, like I just feel so certain that it is.
When you're doing a season with 8 episodes and you got to split it, give me a break.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I'll say about Stranger Things. Yeah, I know. But the one thing I'll say about GR is that usually the episodes are like an hour and a half now. They make them like mini movies. And so you're getting a lot of content. But then again, I miss the days of just dropping it all and calling it good. Just drop it all. Let's just watch it. Let's drop it. Let's binge it. Let's take Big Bang Theory off as being the most binge show because it's been way too long. And let's give Stranger Things a chance. That's all I'm saying. You know? The cat's going to college.
It's kind of like it took that spot that Friends had for so long, and it's a decade later than that. You know, it's that it just feels like it kind of filled that slot.
Yeah. Are they going to be seniors in high school, do we think? Or are they going to try to pretend they're like younger than that? That's the question.
I just looked this up before the show too because I wasn't sure, but I haven't watched Stranger Things since season 3. Like, I hated season 3, so I didn't bother with season 4. And like, I just checked and I looked it up, and they do all take place like one after the other. Like, the first 4 seasons take place between 83 and 86, and it's like those kids are so much older than they were. Are you sure? Like, could you not just stretch these stories out so it actually is like 2 years between stories? That would have
made sense.
Work.
Kids age fast.
Sense. Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, like you said, we're literally like, it's going to be 24-year-olds pretending to be 6th graders. I'm going to take it. 18 to look younger, right? That's what we do in Hollywood. And I'm still excited, but I know Enoch said, can it just end? This is the end, Enoch. Enoch, this is the end. They're done. This is closing the chapter on Stranger Things. Of course, the musical's going on, and there's rumors about doing that as a series too. And also another spin-off series might be coming as well. So the Stranger Things is not done by any means, but this chapter will be done. So, anyways, great quick takes, everybody. Great quick takes, but we have officially a winner for hot takes. I'm coming back over. We do have a winner of hot takes right now, so I'm ending the chat right now. We're going to find out who our winner is today, and I can't wait to find out I know. Okay, well, for you guys to find out. So, all right, everybody, without further ado, here we go. Our winner of hot takes for this Hump Day edition of Kruse Control is Miss Allie Perez. Congratulations, Allie! Great hot takes, Allie. Woo. Great hot takes. Great hot takes. Woo. How was that? Was that good?
I feel celebrated.
One day there'll be a prize. I don't know when that'll happen, but one day there will be a prize. And I'm waiting for GR to figure out what that prize is. I don't know. We've been running a lot of
secret, Brian.
Yeah, I know. Let me know when that secret comes out of the box. We know what it is. So I'm waiting for it. One day we'll fly away.
It'll be official Kruse Control NFTs.
There we go. It'll be Mike in his boxers bending over, and then Peppy in some boxers too, next to GR and his. No, we're down this. Anyways, great hot takes, everybody.
No.
Great hot takes. Woo. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here as always. There's also something else going on. Again, we talk about all these reboots all the time, constantly reboot this, redo this, remake that. Well, another reboot's coming forward, and I don't know if I'm ready for it, maybe I am, but there's a new reboot coming forward of Resident Evil one more time in a massive bidding war. All the big studios want it. Can we talk about that in our reboot of the day? Come on. I can't believe it, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, Resident Evil one more time is being rebooted. I'm talking about, after all this time, we're going back to Raccoon City one time. Can we do it like the original game this time? Can we just do the original game? Can we do it? Please, I've been waiting for us. Let's go to the mansion. Let's have the craziness happen in the mansion. Let's stay in the mansion, and let's end the mansion. And then have the SWAT come in with all the team. Let's just do the game. Can we do the game? But Zach Kreger is coming forward. He did the horror hit, The Barbarian. He did that. He's been signed on to write and direct the new Resident Evil based on, of course, the iconic horror game genre. We spawned how many different movies with Mila Jovovich. We've had her do it before. I actually like Mila in there, and I like what she's done, but I do think that we just haven't ever had like the main core. Where's Claire just being there? Where's, again, there's a lot of characters. Leon, we could have done Leon, but Leon came in later. Why don't we just have Chris Redfield? We do the Redfields. Just go the Redfields going in there into the mansion. Let's just do it. And hopefully that's what's going to be. We don't really know yet because they still have no premise for this. No announcement besides the idea that it has been picked up. We have the show moving forward. The movie has been picked up, and there's 4 studios right now now having a big bidding war. The two top people right now are WB Discovery and Netflix being the ones that want to get these rights and come in. Now, officially, they will be produced by Constantine Films again because they helmed the rights to Resident Evil. And for some time, they've actually had that too, as well as the PlayStation rights as well. They did a movie. Yeah, they've been trying this, Jack Burton. They've been trying this for a while. We had the original ones. We did a different spin-off one with new, like a B kind of level cast, where we actually did, again, Raccoon City with the police department. And that one was better, but I'm just still like, I haven't been sold on these movies completely. I know my brother loves them, and I love some of them, and I love what they're doing with it, but I'm still like waiting for, again, I'm waiting for us to actually get in there and do the game, guys. Let's do the game. Maybe one day. What do we think? I know Trevor's excited about this. What do you think, Trevor? Are we going to do the game justice in this first new adaptation, or is this going to be more of the same, you think? The Brian's did really well, and it's really graphic horror based, so maybe that is what we need for this. What do you think, Trevor?
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I don't think I actually have much to add that you didn't already say. I mean, like, I was going to say basically the same things. Like, I loved the Mila Jovovich movies, even though, and possibly because they were so stupid. They were just, just a slab of cheese, just like cool visual after cool visual, paper thin story. But they were great for that. But I would also really love to see something a little closer to the games. Like, give us the story from the games. Give us something a little, closer. Give us Jill Valentine. Jill Valentine, right? Oh shit, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the Red Fields.
Jill Valentine, yeah.
Give us all of that. And like, because I think Jill Valentine shows up in one of the Mila Jovovich movies, and then in the next one she's just gone inexplicably, if I remember correctly. But yeah, no, the story, the games already had like a rich backstory and a rich lore, and it would be nice to see like something closer to that done on the big screen. But I think that's the difference between like the 2020s versus like the early 2000s, because like in the early 2000s, like most adaptations were just like take a few little bits and make something that they think will be better for like the screen, whereas nowadays people prefer more like closer adaptations, more faithful adaptations, just in general, of like books, of TV shows, of games, of everything. So I feel like they're going to do it. I feel like they're going to give us the games as movies.
I feel like I was probably in the minority before, maybe, that I was like, I want the game. I mean, the Hive was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a lot of, everybody remembers that sequence with like the lasers and stuff and the Hive, and then having like I feel like that would work better these days, like the crazy AI kind of, you know what I mean? I think that would have probably worked more better. All these AI movies now, it probably would have flowed better today, but I just think you're right. I think we're looking for more honest adaptations these days, and it's worked well for a lot of different productions, and video game movies are doing even better than they have for a long time. Would this be better? Okay, we're saying a movie, but I mean, they did do a Resident Evil series. It was on Netflix. It was okay. It was okay. But would this work better, you think, as a series than an actual movie?
I mean, it might be just because there is so much story, but I mean, like, you know me, I prefer movies. I would much rather see like a really well done, really like decently budgeted movie that has like the amount of time necessary to like make it the best that it can be, rather than be, a TV show that's maybe stretched a little too thin, and maybe, I mean, what am I talking about? We're in the golden age of TV. It could probably work either way.
It could work. I think it could work.
It could, but I would prefer a movie personally.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, movie's coming. The Barbarian director is going to do this. That movie is coming. You can bring her back, as Alice, but I feel like this is going to be a complete like divergence from that series, and who even knows if she would want to come back at this point. And I think that if we do it, like, and again, I saw someone said about was the game storyline actually that good? Well, the idea of the game really was being trapped in this house, and how deep the house actually goes, and how much craziness is in the house, and it's like that whole like idea of being trapped with this virus, with the T virus, with everything that's happening, that's what made it fascinating. And it also could be a lower budget that way. GR's yawning about it, but it could be fascinating, GR. It could be fascinating, don't you think? I know you probably never played these games before, GR, but what do you think? This is like the third time it's been rebooted? Third time rebooted, something like that, maybe fourth?
These movies were cute, but they didn't make that much money. Why do we need another one?
You don't think it would do well?
No, it'll make money, a little bit of money, but it's not gonna be nominated for an Oscar, and it's not gonna be $1 billion franchise.
You know what they need, GR? Here's what I'm going to say right now.
Money back.
We need A24 doing this, GR. If we have A24 come in, do Resident Evil with this guy, a lower budget, in a house, trap people in and get some really great gore and some great special effects, this could be great. It could be so different than the original ones. It could. Get rid of that CG shit. Let's do some practical effects.
You know what they say about that? The chances of that is FFC.
What's that? Fat fucking chance?
Fat fucking chance.
That's what I thought. Fat fucking chance. Great.
I mean, you can make a great movie out of anything if you got enough money and you got the right talent. But this isn't it.
It's true. Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah,
well, you don't have talent.
I don't know, GR. Like, I think you're correct, but I think you're looking at it the wrong way. Like, I don't think anybody is expecting a Resident Evil movie to get an Oscar. I think only 3 horror movies have ever been nominated for Best Picture. And also, like, it doesn't need to make $1 billion. I mean, I'm also a strong advocate for bringing back the mid-budget movies. Like, budget these things at $10 to $20 million, and there's no way you won't make money, you know? Like, we don't need a $200 million Resident Evil, but like a 10 to 20 million, and like Brian said, have A24 do it? Hell yes.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. That's the studio that needs this shit. What do you think, Allie? Have you ever been a fan of the Resident Evil movies or the games? And does this excite you at all? Or are you like, oh, damn, Brian, why another reboot today?
I mean, I can't really even play video games. I'm one of those people who I'm like too sensitive to the motion. I can't even play. And then, although I'm actually the polar opposite from Trevor about my feeling of them, which is I think that content like this, stories like this, I like them pushed into more of a series rather than a movie. But I'm not surprised for somebody to be putting it into a feature. Like, first of all, the Barbarian was fantastic. I think that's a great director to do this. And I think it makes perfect sense to chase cult fandom. This absolutely has cult fandom. And I think you're chasing that crowd. You're chasing this audience because you can make a lot of money, not just on the movie, but on merch. Just keep that train going.
There's a lot of cult fandom too, Allie. There's so much in this. People love Resident Evil. They love it.
Yeah.
Hence why even those movies, I would say, like, people love those movies. And they're not the best movies. They're not. But again, like, I know people are saying in the chat too, they're great action movies. Just bang, shoot up, zombies attack you, like, that goes well. You know, we've always done well with zombie movies. And I think you're right. As a series, this could have been interesting too. They did that. I always said, like, I'm kind of like going away from that because of that Netflix show that came out, which that again was like a waste. It was a waste, that Netflix series for Resident Evil. It was kind of a waste. They were more about like, we have a community and this community is fantastic. And in this community, we have a lab and we work at the lab. We don't want to talk about what happens at the lab. And then all of a sudden, in like the very last episode, like, of course, the T-virus gets out and shenanigans happen and then the lab's all done and that's it. But again, it was like its kind of own interpretation, but like not. It was like it was like Pleasantville. Boop a doop boop a doop boop. It's a great day. We have kids and children and dogs, and there's also a T-virus. We die. You know, and so it was like, to me, it was too much. It was could have done so much better. Give me something that's like intense and getting in there, and actually the first episode, get in that house, lock us in, and let's find out what happens. That's what I think. But it might do well though. What do you think, guys? Overall, can it do well? Allie, can it do well?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's going to do great.
Would you watch this one?
Yeah, probably so.
I think Allie hit the nail on the head also. I think she brought up another like very good point, which is the merchandising for like a cult property like this. Like, I mean, like, everyone remembers the Borderlands movie that just came out, like one of the worst flops in like cinema history. I saw a press release that they actually ended up making money on it because the movie brought enough attention to the old merch and the old games that they had such an uptick in sales from the games and the old merch that it was a wash. Like, they got their money back, even though the movie itself didn't generate the money.
That's wild. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, so Allie's 100% correct. Like, even if another movie doesn't work out, the merchandising, it's gonna be fine. They're gonna do fine.
There's gonna be a lot of merchandise for this, and the games too. People like they'll probably re-release Resident Evil 1 on every platform again. We'll update the graphics and get it out there, and then they'll re-release a box set of the original movies. Bring that out there. GR will buy it on Amazon tomorrow, and he'll start watching it. And bring some money back to the franchise. I don't know. We'll see. I think you're right there, Trevor. That can make money. I'm surprised the Borderlands thing, because that bombed bad. Even though I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it was all right. I mean, it was all right. But Resident Evil, everybody, the reboot is coming. Are you excited about it? Are you not? How do you feel about this? Because I think, again, in the reboot world, this makes sense. And I'm surprised it's bidding war, though. Bidding war. We'll see who gets it. Before we go, who's going to get it? We think it'll be WB or Netflix? GR?
Netflix.
That makes sense to me. Trevor?
I'm going to say Netflix just because I'm surprised WB's even in it since they seem to be so focused on reality TV these days.
That's true. Allie, you with everybody else here?
I mean, I would imagine that Netflix would push harder for it, but I would want WB to do it.
I like that. I like that too. You're right. If WB does it, you're going to have a different kind of production with it, I think, 100%. And probably a whole different cast you will with Netflix. I mean, Netflix has money, but WB is going to really go deep in that. They're going to bid that much. They're really going to go deep. I mean, only time will tell. I hope so too. And Resident Evil is coming, everybody. And WB, though, is dealing with its own drama, though, too, because WB, everybody, has been dealing with this South Park lawsuit for the past, year, and now it could be going to trial. Can we talk about that in Kruse Court? Come on. Everybody, woo! All right, everybody. Woo! Welcome to Kruse Court, everybody. I gotta talk about this South Park situation because WB and Paramount have been fighting back and forth for the rights to South Park. Now, if you guys haven't seen, you probably have. If you watch South Park at all, you'll see these made-for-TV movies over on special event films on Paramount Plus. But WB owns the rights to, again, all of the series, the TV shows, actually the actual seasons. Now, they've been battling back and forth because WB is saying that Paramount's been a little shady, guys. A little shady releasing these things, and it's actually breaching their contract for the rights to the series. And these are becoming, because they are becoming like series-based at this point for what they've been doing. And so WB is fighting them. Now, officially, a judge has come forward, and the judge has officially said that WB's in the right. They have the case right now. And what WB's going to do is take this to trial. That's what's happening now. They're saying that Paramount Global breached their contract with Zaslav Run Company for the rights for this, and Justice Margaret Chan of New York State Supreme Court denied a motion by Paramount Global to throw the whole thing out because they wanted to dismiss the whole thing, saying it's an unjust enrichment. And honestly, it's a $200 million suit, and we're going to find out because it's going to go in front of a jury, it sounds like. A jury case for South Park. Who killed Kenny? That's the question. Well, who actually wins this case? That's the question. I'm not shocked by this. I am kind of excited and interested that it is so cut and dry, that it is WB maybe getting this big push forward, because it's been happening. The streaming wars stuff. I mean, to me, I was confused too when I saw them. I'm like, I thought Max had the rights, but now Paramount's releasing things, and Trey Parker and Matt Stone are making so much fucking money off this. It's also on Comedy Central. This seemed like they probably were signing stuff, hoping to get away with this. Like, oh, let's take all the money in the universe, but it didn't work out for them. That's what it seems like to me. And the fact that a judge came forward and was like, hey guys, yeah, WB's in the right. It took a little bit of time, but it makes sense to me. But let's go to the panel right now. Let's find out what we think. Because this could lead to being Tweak might freak out, but I know Trey Parker and Matt Stone are freaking out, but will this actually go to trial? Because again, they are pushing for it. It has the rights to do, or will WB and Paramount, or I should say Paramount, will they cave and just pay WB and be done with this? That's the question. Allie, I'm going to go over to you fast. We're going to go to Allie fast and see what Allie thinks about this situation. All right, Allie, I'm putting you on the stand right now. I want the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. We're in Kruse Court now. We're getting down to it. Do you think this will actually go to court, or do you think that Paramount will cave to Zaslav and the acts of Zaslav and WB? What do you think about this?
I hope that it goes to court. Somebody's saying in the comment section about like, oh, WB isn't in the toy business; they're in the movie business, and I'm going to say that all of these guys are in the money business.
Yep.
They're all here to make some cash, and personally, I'm invested in this between WB and Paramount Plus, partially because I'm so invested in the new media and new media agreements. I want Paramount Plus, Netflix, Amazon. I want them to start losing this kind of thing because I'm personally invested based on their pay structure. New media, anything when you're talking about these streaming services, they pay us less. They and it's not just about your big main actors. Fine, your big names, they're getting paid regardless. But the little guys who are supposed to be able, theoretically to start surviving on these acting gigs get paid so much less if you're not a name, and even if you've got a really heavy part in some of these productions, you can be paying so little that you still have to keep your waiting table job. So I am personally invested in the bigger studios beating the streaming platforms because of the way the streaming platforms pay us. So I hope this goes to trial, and I hope that WB gets the better end of it.
I think it's gonna. I think it might too. I think at this point, because Paramount's been like really like hunkering down, be like, hey, we have the rights to this. I think it's like a. I don't know what you want to call it. Like, they're both, who has the biggest dick in the room right now? That's what it feels like to me, between the two of them. But I would say this, though, WB does. I would say Paramount's been losing their ass in money for years, too. Right? Losing their ass. But you make a bit. Go ahead.
I think when it comes to it goes back into the streaming stuff, like, Paramount itself was one thing, and then they started delving into the Paramount Plus, and it just seems like more and more shady things. Oh, well, we're pulling this from our network TV over to our streaming service, but because we did it that way, we don't have to give these people a certain kind of residuals, and we don't have to pay out, suddenly people who are on these shows don't have to adhere to paying them the same way, even if it's a long-standing show, because, it's streaming. So, I'm actually hoping that, even though, especially when we looked at the negotiations, it was like, well, places like WB, they haven't integrated well enough into the new system of things. But I want the company that has to pay us better to win. So I hope that they have the biggest ticket.
I hope they do. I think they will too. I think already this judge ruling this way too is going to say something. And as we've been saying, Paramount's just been in bad news bears for years. Look at
They've had it rough.
That was weird. I don't know why my light just turned on. But bad news bears, they already have, they're losing money at Paramount Plus. That's been a whole thing. They had to sell the whole company. But what you're saying is a big thing, is the streaming rights stuff, and the residuals been a big problem for a lot of these companies. And there was something in there, of course, in the new contract. But again, it was more like, we'll see how it goes. And that's never the solution you should ever have, because people are going to do things like this. Studios are going to change a little bit and be like, well, I can put it on this contract instead. They're going to do shady shit so people don't get paid. They're gonna find loopholes all the time.
And they'll all don't get me wrong. Any one of those companies, studios, whoever, they'll all screw the little guy when they can. Whether that's crew, cast, whatever, they all want to make big bucks. But the studios, when we were dealing with these strikes that lasted a record amount of time, the studios were ready to cave. It was the streaming guys that held fast because they knew they could starve us out. And I feel a certain way about that.
Yeah, it sucks. Come on, we're the people working. I know the day we're the people working. We're the one busting our ass, and we deserve a paycheck too, so we can actually survive in Los Angeles. And as it's been going, it's I've been telling a bunch of people as I talk about the board and everything else. I feel like we can't actually have a career here anymore. That sucks. A lot of people feel that way. A lot less jobs and stuff like this happens where you don't get the same money you used to. We expected big things from this contract, and I hope this does shed light on some of that. We'll have to wait and find out, Allie. I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. It's difficult. We can cross our fingers. And I hope so. I really do hope so. Trevor, what do you think about this too? We hear about this whole battle back and forth, the two Goliaths of Paramount and Warner Brothers. They're already a big loss for Paramount. Will they cave? And will they give up to Zaslav, WB, and Discovery, or do you feel like this is gonna, like Allie's saying, they should go to court? Let's get in there and figure this out.
I mean, I just think it's really fucking silly that they don't have all of South Park in one place. But I mean, I also
Agreed.
I agree with Allie, and I mean, like, I feel like I've gone on the show like 5 or 6 weeks in a row now and like railed against streamers. So like, if Allie and I can like form a 2-prong attack, Allie's attacking it from within the industry standpoint, and I agree with every single thing she said, and she articulated it way better than I could. But I'm going to attack them from the consumer side also because, like, again, like I keep saying, like, we're in a spot where these streamers like are charging us to rent everything and you own nothing. So you're paying out more than you ever used to, and you come back with nothing. So like, I would rather buy DVDs. I fucking hate all this streaming shit. I don't think Paramount Plus ever should have existed. Like, Netflix was nice when it started. It was novel. You had like all this stuff in one place for one cost. As soon as everyone needed to have their own streaming service, the whole thing basically should have collapsed. And I feel like it's been slowly collapsing this whole time, and I'm surprised it hasn't yet. And maybe if South Park's going to play a little part in that, we should let it. So yeah, go to trial. I hope Warner Brothers wins. Like, this is so fucking silly.
If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be South Park to break the system, right? It does. I can see South Park being the one to break the camel's back, though. They've been around for a long time doing this. It just seems like, and they're also so controversial as it is. But I still wonder about this Trey Parker or Matt Stone thing. They've been just making money off 2 different places. Are they going to be wrapped into this, you guys think? What do you think, Alec? Will they be wrapped into here? They have to be, right?
Yeah, that one I'm not sure.
I mean, it could just be the studio contracts and that's it. They might be able to wash their hands of it. They might be able to. It's just a crazy Goliath combination of these 2 different places. And I agree with Trevor too. It's like, it's too many places. I'm like, where do I watch my South Park at? And when it comes out there, I'm like, is it on Paramount Plus? Is it on Max? Is it on Comedy Central, like normal linear television? I don't know where I can find it. And then you see something, you're like, I want to see this, but I don't have that subscription base. But again, it comes down to contracts too. I feel like it's probably happening because of fucking contracts. Like Allie's saying, I didn't think about that before, Allie. That's got to be what it is. They're just dancing around it, ripping us off, and laughing, and they're on that merry-go-round of money and greed. GR, what do you think, man? South Park. Who killed Kenny, GR? That's what I want to know. Who killed Kenny? No, I'm just kidding. GR, what do you think about this? Do you think that this will go to trial? It sounds like we're lining up for that right now. I want the truth, GR. And do you think this could actually change the business a little bit through this lawsuit?
It could, but bottom line is Paramount tried to rip off WB, and they're gonna lose if it goes to real court.
It feels like that, right?
Yeah, and I hope they get their ass kicked. Well, if you want to watch it, Brian, it's on Channel 11. That's where you can watch it.
What South Park?
Yeah, on Channel 11 locally. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. What's Channel 11? Is that Comedy Central?
No, it's channel. You know, we've got 2, 4, 7, 5, 9, 11, and 13. Those are our local channels on real television.
GR, do you still have an antenna?
No, but I have DirecTV, and I got all of those in there.
Do you have a CRT with tinfoil on top of it?
I think I would love that.
You
Wouldn't
quit
it be
giving
awesome?
away all my secrets, you know.
I would love to see GR in front of it watching. That'd be great. I'd love to see that. I really hope. Enix said South Park's played out. A lot of people can probably think that too. I still think they do a good job in a lot of stuff. They're still relevant to the day's news and like what's happening, what's relevant in pop culture. I think a lot of times too, and that's why, because they write it and they release it at the same time things are happening, which is fun. I think it makes it fun and it keeps it fresh, and that's why it keeps going. And everyone's trying to get it cut. Everybody's trying to get a cut. That's why this Paramount deal's happening. That's why the Warner Brothers deal's happening. And this was bound to happen. Allie, at the end of the day, you honestly see a change happening with this?
I hope so. I hope that there's a domino effect. That's what I hope for.
I really hope so. and I hope the trial happens. I don't know if this is happening as fast as Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni thing. I think we need some more like gossip, and we need somebody farting on set for this to actually go to trial faster. That's how we can get this going. We can get WB and Paramount in a room, like just farting their asses off all day long, and we'll get the trial before you know it. And that sounds like a South Park sketch.
So what you're saying is the attorneys in this case are Terrence and Phillip.
I think I fought it. That's what we need. We need Terrence and Phillip in here, and then we'll have a whole South Park episode about this after it's done. I fought it. Yes, it's so good. Yes, that'll be great. Whatever. But South Park lawsuits moving forward. I'm sorry, GR. I know they're Canadian, and I'm sorry. I hate that. I want to make fun of your people. They're doing it already for me. That's all I'm saying.
Not.
I wouldn't do that myself. But South Park lawsuit, guys, might be going to trial. We'll keep you posted as that's going. Kruse Court says, we hope WB wins. We know that, right? I haven't done the verdict for a while. Let's say it, because I think in totality, we think, guys, at the end of the day, here we go. I'm going to hit that gavel. We think at the end of the day that, again, WB, you're going to win this, hopefully, and Paramount will suffer, because don't fuck people over, but at the end of the day, just like figure this shit out beforehand. It seems like some shady shit behind the scenes, and we were confused, and the people are confused, and of course, because of that, there's going to be a trial, and at the end of the day, stop being greedy. Stop being greedy. And one person I don't want to stop ever is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and it seems like maybe he won't stop, guys. Can we talk about that in our featured story of the night in Comic Corner? Let's do it. Woo! All right, everybody. I want to talk about, again, Hugh Jackman and Wolverine. And I'm going to tell you, we've done Comic Corner in a while, and I'm excited about this, because, again, this story came out recently about how they want him at Marvel to do 10 more, and there was a joke, 10 more years of Wolverine. There was a joke in Deadpool Wolverine about it. He's going to do it till he's 90. Ryan Reynolds doing his thing. But, after grossing like $1.3 billion, apparently there's a whole idea for the Mutant Saga to have Wolverine in it. And I'm talking about Hugh Jackman getting in there and doing this for 10 more years. I think he's still young enough to do it, guys. He looked great in Wolverine, Deadpool Wolverine. He also was fine doing the stunts. He was the best I've ever seen him as Wolverine, if you ask me. And it worked so well, again, with the cowl. Everybody was excited about the cowl. We all were. But this report came forward that they're talking to him about, he's 56 right now. So he'd be like, what, 66, maybe pushing 70? I think that's getting old, but it's not bad. It's just
Hey.
Hey, 50 is the new 30, GR. That's what I'm saying. Round of applause for that, right? 50 is the new 30. And I think that if Hugh Jackman's up for it...
You just said 70 was old, and I resemble that remark.
I said it's getting up there. I'm just saying it's getting up there for Wolverine.
You used the O word.
I'm sorry, youth deprived. There you
go,
but they
better.
want to keep doing it. This is a whole report coming forward from My Time to Shine. They've reported a lot of this stuff out there. They've been pretty accurate, sometimes not. But, a lot of times My Time to Shine has this stuff. They break it before anybody else. And there's already been conversations about, we've heard it multiple times. There's also been conversations about the new X-Men franchise. I had somebody I was talking to, I think it was Laura, she was on here the other day, and she was like, why is there not more X-Men? I'm like, well, they're actually working on it. And now the Russo brothers, who are doing the new Avengers movies, Doomsday, and also doing Infinity War, they're also apparently going to be helming the new X-Men franchise moving forward. And the idea would be that you have his Wolverine in these, and he comes into the Wolverine or the new X-Men franchise, and again brings that together before he eventually bows out and takes away. Anybody can blame Wolverine. I see the chat's fiery about this, like fucking new person. I think it's great though. I mean, I get it. I get being like we need a new cast, but I still think the best idea is already there. Right? You have Hugh Jackman stick around for a while, and you make Daphne Keane the new female Wolverine. There's a transition period, and then eventually get a new Logan. And I think she's already talented. She's an amazing actor. She already showed her chops. She's connected to that universe, and then that's how you transition that way. And he can train some more people. He can be there for a little bit. He's the old grizzled kind of Wolverine, and eventually the new variant, because Love these variants at Marvel. That variant comes in, and then that is our new rockin' and rollin' 5'2" Wolverine coming in because he's gonna be short next time he comes in. We know he will. They already joked about that in Deadpool Wolverine, but that's the next one we're getting. I'm just saying. And what we think about this, guys? What we think? GR, are you super stoked about Deadpool Wolverine? About Hugh Jackman doing this? I wasn't making fun of you, GR. I'm just saying, as we're getting up there,
Too late.
a 70-year-old Wolverine is totally doable. It's in the comics too. We've seen that, and we've also seen it in Logan before. He was supposed to be like in his late 70s or something like that. Is that too close to like we did before, or do you think that Hugh Jackman can keep going and be Wolverine for a new generation?
I think he can. I mean, he's a skilled actor. He's good at what he does, and makeup can de-age him a little bit if they want.
Do they need to do that even though, or do you think they can work it in?
Well, 10 years from now, he ain't gonna look that good.
Oh, hey, he never know, GR. He's Hugh Jackman. He's a man.
I mean, Brian, there's this thing called nature, and it isn't very nice to us.
But GR, you look like that with your shirt off right now. He can too.
Brian, I haven't looked that good in a long time.
Oh, come on, GR. You're looking good
I
to
don't
me,
have
man.
a personal trainer and all that stuff either, too. So
you don't have the Marvel steroids, man. Those Marvel steroids are crazy. They get in there and they show you what's up, GR. Do you think that the fan base?
Stretch telomeres. That's what I'm waiting for, Brian.
Well, we're all waiting for that. Do you think the fan base would hate this, though, GR?
I don't think they'll hate it. I mean, if the pictures he's in, the movies he's in, are any good at all, they don't care who's playing the character.
Yeah, if it's spot on and people like the acting, they like the plot. People still hate the plot for Deadpool Wolverine. I know some people that hated it. I thought it was fun. It's a fun movie, but maybe I'm not alone here. I saw the chat was very fiery about this too. Allie, what do you think? Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, 10 more years? Is that possible, doable? And you think that there'll be some backlash from that if that does come true?
I mean, it's absolutely doable. It's just what their plan is. Like, I mean, he's in great shape. He's a dancer. If anybody can continue doing this, it's him, and he's got the right attitude for it. But yeah, the question becomes, well, but how are they going to transition him out? Are they going to have him handed off, or are they just going to wait a little while and then be like, so we have a new guy?
Yeah, right? Oh, he's gone. He's fortunately gone. Did you watch Logan by any chance? Because Logan was such a good send-off for him. I know a lot of people never touch Logan, and they did. They did touch Logan. But did you ever see that?
I heard great things about Logan. I never watched Logan because I felt so hard from the X-Men movies that I was just like, but I know I can watch that without watching, catching up. So I might do that.
Well, that was the problem with the X-Men movies too. They kind of went and veered off in a bad direction towards the end. They got rid of, again, Bryan Singer left, and then they brought in Brett Ratner, and then that third one wasn't the best, and then they had all these different spin-offs with Wolverine that were not even that great. I'm just saying. By the time we got to Logan, I think people had fatigue on the whole franchise. And it's unfortunate because that was the best one they did of the Wolverine movies, I think. I know some people will tell me it's too sad, which it is very sad. But I think that it's kind of the way you can kind of tell that story of what a downfall of a person in general, how you get older and how it can change you, and it even happens to mutants. And so I think it's a very lovely story. And did you see Deadpool Wolverine? Did you see it?
Deadpool and Wolverine. It was fun. It was just a fun movie. So I think they're not all gonna be artiste things. Again, everything is not your Oscar contending stuff. Some things are just fun, and that was perfectly fun.
And that's all you need sometimes is just a fun ride.
With Logan, you've got this thing that's dark and angsty, and probably is better acting, but wouldn't be looked at for something like Oscars, right?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they just kept going and kept going and kept going with the X-Men stuff to the point that people were tired. And even the people making them seemed to be tired because a lot of them did not have great production quality. The last one, I had terrible production quality. Like, terrible.
Yeah, I just started dipping down in quality constantly. And I wanted to stay with them, even though they had those spin-off with the younger generation, and those just were like, whoa. I don't know, guys. I will still say Oscar Isaac. I love Oscar Isaac, but him as Apocalypse one time, I'll probably said it a million times, so rapey. Oh my God. Like, I felt like he was going to molest everybody in that movie. He's like, I will show you how to be the best X-Men for me. I'm like, whoa, buddy. I don't know if you're trying to touch this person inappropriately or actually get them on your team. I'm not sure what your team is now anyways. It was a lot for me. And then the Dark Phoenix one got...
I don't remember it. I blocked that movie out, apparently.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
He was in a class in Pervert 101.
It felt like, I mean, I love Oscar Isaac and stuff, but it was like, you ever guys see the Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze? It was like Ivan Ooze was a child molester. That's what it felt like Oscar Isaac's motivation was for that movie. That was it. You know, I mean.
So what we're doing is we're taking Ivan Ooze and we're playing him like Freddy Krueger. Got it.
Done. Go. Action. Let's shoot right now.
Oh, God.
I know, right? Trevor, what do you think about this? Sans the Isaac Ooze out of your mind. Do you think that Hugh Jackman's got it in him? For 10 more years? We're talking probably 3 movies. Maybe, 6 movies.
Yeah, 3 or 6. One of those. I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine as much as the next nerd, but, like, I would really like to see somebody else take over. I would really, like, we're redoing the X-Men. I'd like to see, like, a complete fresh start. We were talking about Dan Radcliffe as Wolverine for a long time. I'm still on board with that, but, like, just, I don't know. I think we can do a new Wolverine. I think it's fine to hand it over to somebody else. And I mean, maybe have, like, since we already did the multiverse thing, like, there's no takebacks on the multiverse thing, maybe have Hugh Jackman pop in, kind of like how Leonard Nimoy popped into the Star Trek reboot movies a couple of times. Like, have him do, like, that. Maybe.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. And like, they kind of did that a little bit with Days of Future Past a little bit, too. But he had a pretty substantial role, though, in that. But it was a way of connecting them.
But otherwise, I mean, like, I hadn't thought of it, but, like, what you mentioned at the top of this segment about having Daphne Keane, like, come in as, like, X-23 and, like, basically be the Wolverine. Fuck yes. Daphne Keane is great, and she was incredible as X-23. It's like, Logan was a great movie, like, overall. Like, it was so good in every way, but, like, Daphne Keane as an actress was the best special effect that movie had. Like, holy shit.
She was fucking brutal, man. I loved her, and being a child actor like that, and what she brought to that character. And then she went on to do his Dark Materials. I don't know if you ever saw that. She was so good in there. Lyra, I loved her as Lyra, and I think what they were doing with that was just amazing. And she's only proven her chops beyond that too.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, if they can find a way to keep her around, that's well worth their time. Yeah.
Yeah. And Daniel Radcliffe thing I'm going to love. I think that they missed an opportunity there in Deadpool Wolverine. I think every variant should have been a different actor as opposed to being Hugh Jackman. Maybe the 5'2" one or whatever, that's kind of funny being Hugh Jackman. But Patch should have been Daniel Radcliffe. You could have thrown in they already put in Henry Cavill in there. They already had him in there. You could have thrown in there was another person, what's his name? Butcher.
Scott. They should have brought in Doug Ray Scott. That would have been hilarious.
That would have been fucking awesome. That's a nice little thing, right? That's a great little moment. And that you could have done that for every variant, and then you could have even had Butcher from The Boys. I know Carl Urban. He was supposed to be like a big he's a great Wolverine too. It'd been fun to pop him in there. And that's how you have fun with it. You put all those variants, and what you do is you see which has the biggest pop in the theater, and then maybe you go with that person. I'm just saying maybe they come back. Maybe. But I'm intrigued by this. I think that Hugh Jackman's not going anywhere. I think he's got a taste of the Wolverine in his mouth again, and it tasted good. I think it tasted really good to him. I think he felt like he was like that young-ass actor again. He told that story for a long time about how when he was first auditioning for Wolverine, that he was trying to go to Canada, and they were like trying to hold his visa to get there. And he said that he had to actually tell security they wouldn't let him in because he went back and forth too many times. Thought he was like doing some suspicious shit. And he had to tell them that like, no, I'm actually like got booked as Wolverine, and I really don't know. I'm not supposed to say that, but I gotta go to work right now, and all the security guards were like freaking out. You're Wolverine? You're Wolverine? And it became like a whole thing, but they let him back in the country to go shoot. And I think he probably feels like that again. I think he does. You know, divorce, coming back to life, you know, finding himself again and being cast and as Wolverine again. I think it's a great thing for him in that next new Renaissance chapter of his life. I think it is. So we'll have to see what happens, guys. One more time, GR. Would you play Wolverine right now?
Oh, sure. Why not?
There we go. So I'm going to say Hugh Jackman can do it, guys. Hugh Jackman can do it. But I still think Daphne Keane. Let Daphne Keane take over. And then you already blew everybody else. Let Daphne Keane get in there, whoop some ass, take some names, put those sunglasses on, and keep going. Keep going, because we got more X-Men coming, guys, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Same story starting over again. I know that's always been a worry, but it's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen, and with or without him, I would rather have him just maybe transition for a little bit longer. Let's have some fun. We'll see where it goes. Ellie, anything else you got to say about Hugh Jackman? Can he stop? Will he stop? Won't he stop?
I don't think he needs to stop. I think if he continues, like, people are still going to watch it.
Yeah, I think so too. Look at Deadpool Wolverine, $1.3 billion. And I think they're very excited about that, as I am. Give me more, give me more, give me more, GR. Give me more. Come on, GR.
Money talks. Everything else walks.
Great point. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being on Kruse Control. Appreciate you, as always. Hope you had a great time tonight. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Hope you had a good time. Always happy to be here. Love seeing our chat here, as always. Queen, Enoch, welcome back. Richard Tracy, I missed you, man. I missed that freaking fedora, man. I miss it so much. Get that fedora on, rock it out until Peppy busts out those. I'm not going to leave it there. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here, as always. GR Waters, thank you, GR, for being here. Our tech director himself. Hope we had a great time tonight, GR. Good to see you, GR.
I did. It was good to be here. It was fun.
Happy hump day, GR. What are you doing after this, GR? Anything fun?
Yeah, just going to chill.
All right, that's good. Chilling's good. Chilling's good. Chilling's good. Thank you for being here, GR. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Miss Allie Perez, thank you, Allie, for being here. As always, good to see you, Allie. So good to see you. Hope you had a great time. Always lovely to have you here.
Had a great time.
Happy hump day, Allie. Happy hump day. Do you have anything else? How are your projects going? Anything crazy happening? Anything new? Anything new to report on?
Still working on some stuff. I'll definitely put some stuff out here as soon as I can. One of my projects that I've been helping on, we should actually have a teaser for very soon, and so I'll have something to share pretty soon.
Hell yeah. I can't wait. Keep me posted. I always want to know. And I want to tell everybody, too, because everybody loves having you here, Allie, too, so we want to keep them posted on what's going on with you as well as we keep doing this. So appreciate you, Allie. Good to see you. Good to see your smiling face. Happy to have you back. And of course, I'm happy to have Trevor Triggs here as well. Trevor, good to see you, man. Happy hump day. Always good to see you, man. I'm like bringing the style. Bringing the style. Someone else has got to wear a tie on this show sometimes, right? And a vest, you know? GR does it once in a while. GR does it. He's like, wait a second. He's like, calm down.
What? GR in a tie? I have no idea what that would look like.
It happens on a Friday.
Tune in on Fridays.
It happens on a Friday. He's got shiny vests. He's got the whole works, man. He's in there. He's like going to get in there and take over the world one day. He's like Lex Luthor in his glory. That's all I'm saying. But good to have you all here. Happy hump day, everybody. And of course, we'll be back on Friday. I'm going to put out there, next week might be hairy for me right now. I might be out of town, so we'll be back Friday. I'll keep you posted on next week. I might be like shooting a Super Bowl commercial next week. So crazy shit's going down right now. I'm waiting to find out tomorrow. I'll find out final word, but I might be shooting a bunch of stuff. So we'll see. But anyways, directing life, that happens. I hope cross my fingers. But happy to have you here as always. Happy. Wednesday. I almost said Friday. It's not Friday. It's not Friday. Good to see you back, Jack Bird. Good to see you all back. But as always, everybody, please like and subscribe and join our Patreon if you can. And also, like, we still have that membership thing. I know nobody's doing it. Everybody's bashful about the membership thing. You get nice little buttons and badges, and oh my, maybe we'll send you some stuff in the mail too if you join our channel. We want you to keep joining us and keep helping the channel grow. The numbers keep going up because of you, and we're so excited to have you here day in and day out. Of course, if there's a day that's a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or maybe a different day, we will always be here on Kruse Control. As we keep going, we thank you so much. Keep spreading that love. Tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great-great-great-great-grandmas and grandparents that came down from Saturn. Oh, yeah. And they landed smack down in my backyard, brother. And then they went over to Australia, and they brought all the kangaroos, the badgers, the beavers, the bears. Oh, my. They got those marsupilami on their back, and they brought them over to the United States and landed smack down in GR's backyard. And GR was like, why the hell are you in my backyard again? I told you to get the fuck out of here. They don't care. They still subscribe. So I said, it's fine. And they came over to my backyard with GR because GR had to bring him. He dumped him in my fucking pool. And that's fine because I still accept them. And then I'll bring my squirrels from my backyard. Rufus is a fucking crazy little bitch, guys. I hate Rufus. I love him. Peppy tells him all the time, he's like, fuck out of my backyard. But he subscribed, so it's fine. They have a little squirrel party right there. They got like skis and jet skis. And we got hula hoops. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They all subscribe to Kruse Control. And Peppy chases them away. And that's fine, but we love them all. And it keeps going up because of you guys. We love you so much. And it comes down to the day when I told them to get out of the pool, they said no. And I said, Peppy, get him out. And what Peppy said? Did he did it. He brought the fucking chinchillas and stuff, guys. But it doesn't matter. Anyways, happy to have you here on a hump day. Take care of yourself. At the end of the day, I tell you, you all have.
You got the touch.
And you got the power in my book.
You got the power.
Happy to have you here. Happy hump day. We'll see you back on Friday. But until then, everybody, see ya.
So player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep